Alright, here we are again with another ProPresenter tutorial for Mercy Culture Church. I want to talk about how to set up the meet and greet portion of a service. So if you've already imported a playlist, it'll be over here for a weekend. There'll be a section labeled Meet and Greet. You can edit in here, that'll work great. I like to go to Service Segments, Meet and Greet, and then edit it here. It'll just keep ProPresenter from jumping around a lot. So what content do we want to put in here and what goes here? The meet and greet section gives prompts to whoever's speaking about what to say. So if someone's hosting, this weekend is Pastor Matt. He's going to welcome and introduce himself. He's going to go to this slide, love God, love people, love mercy. And then he's going to tell everyone to greet their neighbor, and that's for the 8:30 service. For the 11 and 1:30 service, there'll be a little more involved. He's going to greet our online campus and shout out to one of the members that's online watching. And that'll be updated in here, and then ask everyone just to participate in the online campus portion. Tell us where you're watching from, and we want to build a community online, because Mercy Culture Church online is just as much of a campus as it is, as Fort Worth is, or as Espanol is, and as much as Waco will be, or is now. So we just want to steward this. This helps the person presenting know what to say, so they don't have to remember everything. It just gives them confidence. That's why this text content appears on the confidence monitor. We're just helping facilitate what's happening in the room here. Okay, so how do we get this information? Where does it come from? It'll be in Planning Center. So I'll shrink this up. On a Sunday morning or during the week, you'd want to go to Planning Center, log in, find probably my schedule, whichever service you're scheduled for. I am on worship and production this weekend. Here's our playlist, and this is the content for the meet and greet. So you can copy it out of here. It gives me options for editing, so it takes me to a new window. You should be able to just copy it out from there though. So you'd copy it and you'd go over here. We don't really need that anymore, so I'm going to cover it up. I would go to edit, and then in here, you'd want to select all the text, hit Command A, then hit Command V. It pastes in everything you have. It looks like we've changed it to Pastor Heather, so that's cool. It's a good note. Since this slide is for the 8:30 a.m. only, we only need the top part, so the bottom part we can delete. Hit Command, hold Command Shift, hit down, it selects everything to the bottom. We can delete it. We will also need greet your neighbor. You can just type that part in. However you want to edit the text, I'll leave that up to your discretion. And you want to make sure the text box here is also reflected what's down in here in slide notes. This is what the person presenting will actually see, whatever's in the slide notes. So you don't have to put their name. We're going to trust most everybody will know who they are. So we'll leave that there. The next slide, love God, love people, love mercy. We've just added another dash to say that that part is done, and they only have to worry about the next two lines. Again, the third slide is going to be greet your neighbor, so there won't be anything displayed on the screens while they're saying greet your neighbor. And that's it for that part. For the 11:30, there's more text, but the process is the same. Go in here, hit Command A, select all, Command V, paste. I like to tidy this up, so I delete the parts we don't need. And then greet your neighbor, I'll add a dash, boop, 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 and I'll leave who the host is. This text box here will only be seen by the operator. So if you're operating ProPresenter, you'll see this, and it'll give you the information that you need to know. And then you want to make sure it's right. Again, in the notes, there's more bullet points to cover for the 11 and 1:30 services. So we just want to make sure it's all in there. It's especially helpful because the person that they're shouting out changes every week. So we want to make sure they remember to do the shout out and remember who they're shouting out. And it's sometimes can be a lot to remember who and where they are and in what state. So we help them out. So again, as we go through the slides, we add a dash over the text for the slide that's up. So a good example, I can copy this to this slide, Command A, Command V. You'd go in, you'd select this text, just hit dash, and now they know this part, they're welcoming the online campus. So they really just need to read the top thing, but they can have the rest to know what's coming up. And then I add some blank slides because while they're doing the shout out, we may not need to leave the online campus up, but if we transition off of that graphic, we can just click the next slide and it'll display the information the person needs on the confidence monitor. So to make sure stuff gets displayed correctly, we have these little actions that are applied. So we can redo this. I will remove all the actions. So the first slide, we want to add action, clear all. So anything that was up before this, if it was worship lyrics or graphics or anything, that would get cleared. The order of these doesn't matter. Yeah. So then the next action, add action, audience look. For this slide, we only want the text to appear on the confidence monitor. So we do confidence monitor only. That's abbreviated confidence. So add that action. And we got a little mustache that says we have a look, an audience look, and that's good. So that's set. And then one more, right click, add action, stage. So this is going to set what is on the confidence monitor or stage display. The titling is synonymous. Okay, so stage, confidence monitor. We want the confidence monitor to be, we'll do speaker lower third for that part. This multi-view, you don't really need to worry about it. It just stays the same. It's what's over here in your multi-view. So hit done. So now when you click this slide, you should see here, this confidence monitor here will change. Yeah, to that text. And then the text in this box doesn't show up on the screen. It just shows up here. And this text is actually what's in the notes of the slide. Okay, so for graphics, how do we set the graphics? It's a little different when we have the graphics, so I'll remove all those actions. Oops, too many actions removed. Remove action, audience look. Okay, so we'll right click, add action, audience look, graphic. Because this slide has graphics, we apply the graphics audience look. So when you apply it, it tells the full screen to go to the LED wall and the lower third to go to the lower third. So when you select it, this LED wall preview shows what's on the LED wall, and this stream shows you the lower third is on the stream. In the slide, you get to see kind of an overlay of both, but they won't appear like this unless the slide's set up wrong. But if you have that audience look, you don't have to worry about it. And that's the same thing. This slide is set up the same as this. Sometimes I just copy it. And then for the 11 and 130, same thing. So every week, you would just update the text in these slides. If these change, you just pull up Finder. Do a new Finder window. I'll drag it up here. CG Comp. This is where all the content lives. You do Meet and Greet and look for slides here. Every week, the media team will upload whatever slides we need. So these are the only two we need for this weekend. Perfect, so we're done. And that's it.